Mr Quilty.
Thank you, Acting President. I will be brief. This bill is constitutional vandalism, and the Liberal Democrats will not support it. The government is trying to entrench party policies that, even if most Victorians want to overturn the policy, they will not be able to. Instead of protecting the people from their government, this constitutional amendment seeks to protect the government from the people. You don't have to be a constitutional scholar to see the problem with that. Now, I listened with great interest to Ms Harriet Shing's contribution earlier today. Last year, of course, Ms Shing gave us the benefit of her views on constitutional law, of which she is a noted expert. As I recall, at the time, she was not in favour of just pushing ahead, of just having a crack at legislation without listening to the experts. So it's a little bit surprising to have heard her here today defending the defacing of the constitution of the state. This is a view which differs dramatically from the views expressed by the various constitutional experts, who tell us that this is not just an abusive process, not just a terrible precedent, but almost certainly ineffective. Just having a crack at it isn't good enough when it comes to the Constitution, Ms Shing. It's Marbo, it's the Constitution, it's the vibe, just won't cut it. The government is pretending that the bill is about fracking. It isn't. Fracking is already banned. Instead, the purpose of the bill is to take away the democratic rights of the Victorian people to overturn that ban in the future. Labor wants to deprive you of your democratic rights. The Liberal Democrats want to preserve them. We believe that if Victorians see new evidence, or if fracking technology changes, and Victorians decide that a fracking ban is no longer needed, they should be able to overturn the ban. There is no vulnerable minority here. This is not a protection of the few against the many. This is a protection of Labor policy against elections. This is a shameful abuse of the Victorian Constitution. The fact that this might even be possible demonstrates the weakness of our Constitution and the excessive power that our government wields. Many Victorians may be surprised to learn that we do not have a Bill of Rights and that our government does not need a referendum to make changes to our Constitution. Indeed, over the past 12 months, with the state of emergency declaration, many Victorians have been very unpleasantly surprised to learn that they actually have very few rights, just things the government sometimes allows them to do and can snatch away at any moment. The government could have addressed these weaknesses. The government could have entrenched protections for personal liberty against state power. We could have had a right to free speech, a right to a fair trial, a right to equal protection under the law. No, but instead, the constitutional entrenchment we're going to see is attacking the democratic right to overturn a ban on fracking. This government has no sense of what a constitution is. To this government, our liberal democracy is just a set of obstacles in the way of political power. The Liberal Democrats believe in democracy. We believe in constitutional government, and we absolutely oppose this legislation.